That's true.
Hello from Skopje, Macedonia.
12 points go to... Hello and welcome to
Skopje. I feel like every time we are like about to give out the points for Eurovision.
That's true.
Hello from Skopje, Macedonia.
12 points go to Le Royaume-Uni.
We arrived last night.
It was an adventure. I mean, we had to take a bus from Serbia to here because there are no trains going south from Belgrade's main station because they are relocating it. So only trains coming from the north can arrive at Belgrade. So if you're planning a trip to the southern Balkans, have that in mind. So we have just finished our tour
And we are starting your tour. Yeah, so we're starting the video, the tour, whatever, from the fortress, the castle up in Skopje.
The fortress was first built by the Romans, but then in the 11th century it was built a little bit higher with these type of stones that you can see here. But then afterwards another wall was built on the outside by the Ottomans because there was a city within the fortress, so there were actually people living inside the fortress. So the Ottomans wanted to protect that. So now we are currently exiting the fortress. And where are we gonna go, Irene?
We're walking down to the old bazaar, which is where we're going to have lunch, and that's our main priority right
Exactly. Should we risk it down here?
now. Should I push him?
She's so fucking funny, eh? You go first, Irene. I hope she falls and I have it on record. Okay, yes, so we're gonna go find a place to have lunch in the old bazaar, and
We will show you our food and then we will tell you a little bit more about it.
yeah, and when we show you food we will tell you interesting facts about Macedonia and why those are the traditional dishes of the country. So we just passed right at the entrance of the bazaar a little church that is right in front of the mosque. And the mosque is much higher than the bell tower or in the church in general, because during the Ottoman Empire churches could not be higher than mosques, so they kept it very tiny. So we are just now right in the middle of the bazaar. It is what is it?
The second largest bazaar in the world, in Europe,
Yeah,
something like that, after Istanbul.
after Istanbul, yeah. So basically there was a trading route from Dubrovnik to Constantinople. So the people had to pass by here. This is why this is the biggest bazaar. They basically needed a place to rest.
Yeah, so they built the hotel.
Ah, yes, the hotel area.
The hotel area next to the hammam and then next to the mosque, so that people could just arrive, check in, leave their horses in the stables, all that, then go have a shower, take a rest in the hammam, and then go pray.
Exactly. And then trade whatever they wanted to in the bazaar. So now we're just gonna go to our restaurant and have some food. Irene burnt her shoulders, head and shoulders, knees and purple, knees and purple. So here we have the traditional baked beans, the shopska salad with, what does it contain?
And cucumber, tomato, and chopped onion.
And what are you eating?
A chicken skewer.
And enjoy. Let's show the people now some traditional food of First we have the grilled chicken skewers wrapped in bacon.
As you can see,
Yes.
they look delicious.
Yes, then we have the shopska salad and some baked beans that are called jafta jafta. I don't know how to say the name. So, did you enjoy it?
No,
No?
no.
I can see. So we just showed you the traditional meals, and as you saw, most of them are vegetarians. Most of them are vegetarian because Macedonia lives off agriculture, and they didn't have that much cattle or sheep or cattle. Sorry, cattle to boil the water, so they don't prepare meat now. They didn't have that much cattle, so that's why most of their most traditional dishes are based on vegetables, and they were delicious. And we are gonna eat all summer only this. And if you want to know the bill,
That's how many macarenas we are paying.
that is around 6 €7 for a beer, water, and
Two main dishes,
main dishes and
and salad.
So we just ate.
You can see that we are happier.
It always happens. It's like 2 different people. They go 4 different people.
Yeah.
So we are currently exiting the Bazaar, and we are going to get to an area of Skopje that was developed, from the year 2010 on.
So it's quite new, although it might look aesthetically older. But
Yes.
it also looks new. It's
Yes.
very shocking.
It's very interesting to see, let's say. So basically on the year 2010, the government said that they needed to change the look of the main square and of the city center of Skopje because it looked still like a Sovietic
Communist.
or a communist, sorry, not
architectonic
Sovietic.
style.
Exactly, like brutalism buildings. And the main square was actually a parking spot, so that was not that beautiful to see. So they developed this project called Skopje 2014, where they planned to construct a lot of buildings around this main square that looked like 3 buildings from the 19th century that had survived the last big earthquake that happened here in 1963 that destroyed 76% of the city.
So they made all of these buildings into this neoclassical style that these surviving buildings had. They invested a lot of money on it. They were really optimistic and said, okay, we're gonna have it finished in 4 years, so we call it 2014, the project. And yeah, so they built different buildings, they put up a few statues.
A few. Like, I swear to God, I've never seen so many statues
Me neither.
in such a small space.
I swear to you, there's not as many people in the world
Us.
worth a statue to have so many statues, and they even have statues with more than 1 person in the statue. I don't know how they come up with so many people to put a
We are
statue on.
currently passing by a statue of Philip II. Philip II of Macedonia was the father of someone you might know, Alexander the Great. Basically saying hi to the people in the Macedonian way. Oh, that's the wrong arm, but okay. We are currently entering this area. By the way, on the other side of the camera, there is the previous Jewish quarter. Here used to be the Jewish quarter, but during the occupation of the Bulgarian and Italian armies during the Second World War, there was a population of 9,000 Jews in Skopje, but 7,500 were sent to concentration camps in Poland, and they never came back, sadly. So basically the Jewish community disappeared in Skopje and Macedonia. So let's move on. We made a quick stop here next to these gentlemen. There are 2 on this side and 2 on the other side. It turns out this man decided it would be super cool to teach the people here how to read and to write. And for some reason they decided it would be great to invent a new alphabet. So they came up with the Georgian alphabet, but because it was really difficult to memorize in the end, it developed into the Cyrillic alphabet, Cyrillic alphabet. So these are the people, and since Macedonians use Cyrillic, and these guys are from the former part of Macedonia, they got statues, and here they are.
And that's how Cyrillic started.
And that's the T.
So here you can see very clearly that actually this 2014 project is stuck, sort of. And you can see that the buildings are still in construction.
So there was a change of government because people did not approve that all the money was going into these buildings, or did not see the purpose for it. So when the government changed, they stopped this. So on one side you have all the unfinished things, and on the other
side you see all of the finished buildings. So this is the other side of the riverbank that we were talking about, where you can see all of the finished buildings. As you can see, they look very neoclassical, but also very, very new, which for me looks a bit Las Vegas-ish or something like that.
There's also a lot of fountains, they told us.
There's a million fountains. They're not
inside
working.
the river as well.
Yes, that shoots like water 30 meters up and stuff like that. So for me that's a bit Las Vegas, but whatever floats their boat. Literally, boat, talking about boats, there's 3 ships,
Pirate ships.
They are like 3 old-ish ships spread along the river. One of them we know for certain that it's a hotel. The other 2, I guess they are as well. They are also a restaurant and a bar. So we are in front of the stone bridge, which has been here for 550 years. It hasn't moved, it hasn't crumbled, nothing has moved after the... How many earthquakes have been here?
It was
3 earthquakes. The last one was in the 60s.
Yeah.
That was a 6 point something.
9 in the Richter scale. As we said before, 76% of all the buildings were gone.
Exactly. But this bridge stayed there. So here it is. Looks really nice. You can cross it, and then you can go to the other side, to the old Bazaar, which is where we came from. And then on the other side we have the main square with more statues. Behind my head, more statues. Edurne, tell us about the statues. This is,
I don't know,
Alexander the Great.
Exactly.
That's the greatest statue, or warrior on a horse.
Exactly, because they had to change the name of the statue. So Macedonia has some, let's say, not conflict, but yes, a conflict with Greece, because the northern part of Greece is also called Macedonia. So in order for Macedonia to join the European Union, Greece made some conditions, and one of them was that they had to change the name of the statue, they had to change the name of the country. It's actually not called Macedonia anymore, it's called Northern Macedonia, and they also had to change their flag.
They also had to change the name of the airport and the name of the highway that connects Macedonia with Greece.
Exactly, because both of them were called Alexander the Great, but now they are called, one of them is just called International Airport, and the other one is called the Friendship Highway between Macedonia and Greece.
Yes, exactly. So Alexander the Great's statue, it has Alexander the Great on top, then it has some, in the pillar, you cannot see it, but there's some representations of important moments in the history of the country, and then there's a fountain in it as well that is off at the moment, and it lights up at night. So
and it changes color.
It changes color. So see the Vegas theme?
Yeah. So we are gonna end our video here.
Yes.
We recommend you to see this by yourself, because it is really different. It is really interesting, and we personally learned a lot about history that we didn't know. And
it's also very different from all of the other old Yugoslavia countries, because it's tried to separate itself from it with this project that we've been talking about, for example. So
and one more thing, Oh, we forgot to say, but it was the only country from old Yugoslavia that
In 1991, when it got its independence, it got it peacefully. It didn't
by a referendum.
cause any revolt. Well, I mean,
There was no war, there were
There
no
was no-
casualties,
exactly.
nothing. People voted in the morning in the referendum, and at night the president declared independence, and
that's it.
that's it.
So yeah, that's Macedonia. That's Skopje.
Yes, we hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any more questions of how we organize this or what else to do here, please write it in the comments below,
Yes.
and also like it if you liked it.
And keep an eye out for our next adventure. We'll see you in Greece.
We're really excited.
Bye. Bye now.
Bye.